I want map. Thank you, thank you. Are we good? Okay. Well, how big is this map? This is literally the first time I'm expanding out of it. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. It goes on for quite a while. Damn. Okay, we're going to go back to our vineyard for the first time in this playthrough. Because now we have a little time. I don't feel like... Those are all reading things. I don't feel like reading those. Let's see here. We want to go here. This is our vineyard now, because we got the deed through a Ex Machina giving us the deed from the Queen Duchess lady. I like how it jumped there at the last second. Now we're over 1,300 footsteps away. Sorry, keep itching my nose and all sorts of things.
The Dutch is small.
Oh.
Do you know any who's not heard of our wines?
Who are you?
Good day.
This is my home now. Why are you people here?
Good health to you.
Let's go inside.
Welcome home, sir. I am Barnabas Basil Fauti. By order of the Duchess, I shall serve you as Major Domo of Corvo Bianco. I previously served with distinction at the Nibli family manor and in Nazaire with Admiral Rompali, who, as you are certain to know, is an extraordinary, demanding gentleman.
Whoa, Barnabas Basil. One thing you ought to know. I'm not your typical landed gentleman. Truth be told, this is the first real property I've ever owned.
Oh, in that case, you must leave it all to me. I shall organize, see to everything, and whip the house into order. I dare say this place will soon be the most prosperous vineyard around.
Great. Can already see I'm in good hands. Vineyard comes across as a place with a rich history. Know who owned it before me?
Baron Rossel, who went bankrupt, forcing him to sell the estate to the Duchess. The Baron, in turn, had purchased it from Monsieur Bolius of the Headsman, a truly colorful man of Cadweni origin.
He was actually a headsman?
No, not him, but his great-great-great-great-grandfather. Indeed. Apparently, he was a common cut-purse who somehow secured for himself the post of ducal headsman in Beauclair. Went about his work with an exceptional penchant. They say he chopped off more heads than there are grapevines in the ducal vineyards.
Jesus.
He never hesitated, not once. Never sliced unevenly, never botched a job. For his exemplary service, the Duke granted him a title and this estate. Monsieur Bolius, on the other hand, was an engineer in his younger years. Once retired, he settled here and took to producing wine. Sadly, misfortune struck and he lost his sense first of smell, then of taste. Additionally, he could not drink alcohol. His medic forbade it.
Shame that. He gave up making wine?
That'd probably be the best way to make wine.
He made even more of it. Began throwing wild balls to which he'd invite friends from far and wide in order to treat them to his wine and delight in the fact that at least someone could enjoy it. It's the sort of man he was, Monsieur Bolius.
Mind giving me a little tour de Corvo Bianco?
Not in the least. Follow me, please. I think it would be practical to begin on the hill.
Ooh. I like this. I like having a vineyard. I feel like that'd be a nice business to get into. Other than I feel like the profit margin would
Behold,
be crazy.
sir, your estate in all its splendor.
Pretty vast.
Indeed. And now, sir, allow me to show you a handful of interesting details. Follow me, please.
Been a major domo all your life?
Yes, I come from a long line of major domos. My father was a major domo, as was my grandfather before him, as was my great-aunt. In fact, she was the one to start the tradition.
I don't know what a major
Great
domo
aunt.
is, but I like the name.
It is said that already as a child, she knew where she was going and went there. When she arrived in Beauclair, she signed on as a chambermaid at one of the vineyards, then slowly worked her way up to major domo.
It must
She
be like
dragged the rest of the
Stewart.
family up the same
I'm
path.
getting from context clues.
If by my lips don't stink of wine, my wife won't
The
know
servants'
that
quarters.
Eh.
I occupy the green home. With the Duchess's permission, I have hired a full staff. Their salaries to be paid from the ducal treasure.
Oh.
Nice of her.
Not the most sightly part of the estate, I admit. But I think it worthwhile for you as master of the domain to know where the help stays.
Sure. I can accept that. Thank you, Major Domo. Major Domo.
Once had a girl. Should
Just
I
take to work as they
say?
take to dance and drink.
Once had been.
Baron Rossel ordered the vines in this part of the estate uprooted and olive groves planted in their place. They look beautiful, especially come spring.
Don't look at all bad now either.
I don't like olives, though. Tear them out, plant apples. I like apples. Or oranges. Oranges are good. There's our peacocks. There's peacocks on
Down
my
below
estate.
lies your vineyard, where we grow a strain of Carfanere, one of the world's oldest. Aged in oak barrels, it provides for an exquisite wine with distinct blackberry, wild
Look at the
cherry,
peacock!
plum, and cinnamon notes. Marvelous.
Have to try it one of these days.
Yeah, I have to try my own wine. Are you kidding me? It's my wine, damn it.
Nice well. Picturesque.
Yes, though it ran dry long ago. During the raucous feasts Master Bolius held, he would order it filled with wine.
Eh.
There's a tale about a guest attending a Bolius ball for the first time and thus unaware of the custom.
Just take to work
He
as
had
they take
suffered
to dance
great
and drink.
heartbreak and had decided to end his life by jumping into the well. The festivities were coming to a close, and the well was nearly empty when the suicidal guest finally jumped. Instead of killing himself, he merely broke his legs. To numb the pain, he drank the wine.
Drank himself to death?
Not at all. When found the next day, he had concluded he'd witnessed twin miracles. The water had been changed into wine, and he had survived.
Aw, look
He
at the little
retired
bridge.
to a monastery in the Dragon Mountains and began preaching the wisdoms of Lebioda.
Oh, I'm very happy here. Definitely needs a lot of fixing upping, but what
Monsieur
homestead doesn't?
Bolius' wife Nina kept a garden here. A supremely lovely place it was.
Bit neglected now.
I agree. Yet nothing stands in the way of restoring it to its former glory, and once again planting it with herbs and other vegetation.
I'm enjoying this DLC very much. It was worth the $17. What are we, like 4 hours of recording in?
Madame Nina planted diminutive, delicate flowers and herbs here. One might say their aroma still hangs in the air.
You're quite the romantic, Barnabas Basil.
Barnabas Basil. I'm gonna have to try and remember his name. He's doing well as a major domo. I don't want to kill him in the slightest. Major domo. It's a fun word. Much more colorful than Stuart. Actually pretty well defendable as well. You know, as a witcher you have to be prepared for that kind of things. Be good. I'm here.
The
Rope.
Dutch is small.
This served as an additional wine cellar in years of plentiful harvests.
Bit of work, and it'll make a fine stable for Roach.
That is my horse, Mr. Basil. He is Roach. He is my horse. He is the loyal horse. Are we going to go down into the morgue now?
The cellars, voila. During Monsieur Bolis's time, wine was kept here, but Baron Rossel used it to store olive oil as well. I took the liberty of cleaning up the mess, which...
I made while fighting the Bruxa. Thanks, Barnabas Basil. Appreciate it.
I think as a witcher I'm going to retire here. I think in the main story I actually did retire, if I remember right. I think I did. Yeah, Yen and I
As you
retired.
can see, the facade is, how to put it, slightly stained. But one cannot deny it, a certain subtle southern charm.
True, though it could use a bit of subtle paint.
The whole estate could use a lot of subtle things. After you, Mr. Basil.
And welcome inside.
Ooh.
On the
And-
left is the master bedroom. On the right, the dining hall and kitchen. Upstairs, you shall find the guest room, currently used for storage.
Not a bad idea.
At the moment, the house is only minimally furnished. Yet I believe we will, together, devise some innovative arrangements. A few paintings, for instance, would breathe new life into the abode immediately. With that, sir, you've seen the full lay of the land. Corfo Bianco is a beautiful estate. Though one must admit, time has taken its toll. Forgive me for being forward, but if you were to choose to invest a small sum towards its beautification, consider me at your service on the matter.
Think I'll take you up on that. Be sure to come and see you if I decide to do any remodeling.
Yes, let's remodel it. Ah, here we go.
Mentioned the place could stand to be spruced up.
Oh, most decidedly, sir. The question is where you would like to begin this rejuvenation.
Let's do the grounds first.
Got these spacious grounds. But maybe it's time to make them more, useful.
Oh, yes. We certainly should. The way I see things, given your trade, sir, you would be wise to put in a grindstone and an armorer's table. A good way to start things off, don't you think?
Well advised, Mr. Basil.
My armor needs work from time to time. You know, oil this, reinforce that. Could use a decent work table where I could do all that.
Admiral Rompali once hired a specialist who made the finest armorer's tables this side of the Yerugan. I will contact him at once.
Yeah, let's do that. Order a nice table.
Good. Order me up a table
I
like
think
that.
I have like 5,000
Immediately,
gold.
sir. I expect it will take at most 1 day to arrive.
Oh, that's it.
Will you be needing anything else, sir?
Yeah, let's get a grindstone too.
In my trade, my blades get dull pretty quick. Could use a grindstone, professional grade.
Of course. No one would consider that an unnecessary extravagance, I would wager.
Yep, I will. Yeah.
Then send out for one, please. A high-quality stone to be set up in the yard.
Of course. I shall send a runner to town at once. I believe you shall be grinding to your heart's content by tomorrow. Will you be needing anything else, sir?
Let's talk about the house.
Been
then.
thinking about the outer walls. Maybe a fresh coat of paint or some patching.
If I might dare to make a suggestion, why not start with a general renovation? I once oversaw such work at Admiral Rompeli's summer residence. The effects were simply breathtaking.
Okay,
Not only
I'm listening.
did the residence positively sparkle afterwards, but we also made room to display the Admiral's armor and weapons, of which he was a passionate collector.
Ooh, we're not quite there yet. 5,000.
Need to think it over some.
I understand, of course. As the venerable Lady Eve Knibley would so quaintly put it, the rash oft contract rashes.
I think we will go earn
That's
some
all
money
for
now,
BB.
sir.
Thanks.
BB. Thank you. Wait, one stone. Dave, let's take a walk around my house now. Okay, so we got a nice, what does this be, a kitchen area? Yeah, this would be a pantry with more wood than I think we'll ever need. Yeah, does this fire lead on both sides? No, it's just, that has to be like a kitchen or something. So, you said on the, okay, so on the right was that. So on the left, this should be the master bedroom. It's a bit of a fixer-upper. It's a bit of a fixer-upper. Oh, I can oh my god, that's all my stuff from Karamora. Look at all the stuff I stored in here. Painting of Harold Hammondjunk. Oh, here's all the rest of my trophies. I knew I wouldn't sell them. Some random armor and shit I've collected over the years. The gameplay, some swords that probably had sentimental value. So can I store more shit in here? Yeah. Is it endless? Because if so, that would be great. I'm a little bit of a klepto when it comes to this game. I'm very bad at selling things. If you didn't notice, like, immediately. Let's see here. That goes in there. That goes in there. That goes in there. Actually, we could probably sell that Novigrad sword. Witch Hunter's sword. Yeah, we'll sell that. What's this one? Novigrad longsword, we'll sell that. Ooh, what's this one? Wild Hunt's warrior sword. Ooh, that's fun. Store that one. I like storing all these spare ones. That, and they come in handy if you ever do run into a thing where you're like, oh shit, I need money. I can just go over here and consult my many, many, many swords. Oh my god, look at all these crafting materials. I'm not even using that much space though, which is nice. While we're here, we're just gonna keep using, what was I gonna say? We're just gonna keep using the Giant's head since we're just gonna be playing through this. Okay, so then, is there an upstairs? He said there was an upstairs. Ah, here's the upstairs. Doop, doop, doop. Ooh. Not very big house, like for being a mansion. Oh well, how much money do we have now? 3,000. So we need 5,000 to get the rest of the renovations started. Let's take a look at our contracts then.